Hello student. Till we study the comparison based sorting means the bubble sort, merge sort or the quick sort or the insertion sort, selection sort. All these are the comparison based sorting methods. Yes, but there are some methods which are non-comparison based means which are those that are the sort, counting sort and the radix sort. Now, or we can say that is the process is known as non-comparison sorting and algorithm are known as a non-comparison based sorting algorithms. Uh, the non-comparison based sorting methods are the counting sort and the radix sort. Actually, the counting sort is depend on the key value, or we can say the counting the elements having the distinct key values. And next is the radix sort, that is it is examines the individual bits of keys. As the name suggests, we are going to count a distinct key values. Means what? Here we are not going to compare the element with each other for sorting. Then how will we will sort the element? We will sort the elements according to the key values, or we can say only by using the distinct key values. Here the counting sort is an integer based sorting algorithm for sorting an array whose key lies between the specific range. It counts the number of elements that have each distinct key value. And next point is counting sort operates by counting the number of objects that have each distinct keys. Here the counting sort is sorting algorithm that sorts the element of an array by by counting the number of occurrences of each unique element in the array. The count sort in an auxiliary array, and the sorting is done by mapping the count as an index for the auxiliary array. Let us discuss one example. Here the array contains the total 8 elements, that is n value is what? 8. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Here we have to find out the range also. What is the maximum element in the array? That is 5. And what is the minimum element in the range? That is 0. Means the range is what? That is range is from 0 to 5. If the range is 0 to 5, that is range is from 0 to 5. Means our k value, we have to find out the our k value also. That's why our k value is what? 5. The maximum element in the array is our k value, means k is equals to 5. It means that our array elements are lies between the 0 to 5. Here we can say that we have an array with k different element, or maybe the range from the 0 to 5. All the elements are 0 to any k value. Array elements should be in the range of k value. Means here you have to remember that all the elements are should be a positive. There no negative value in the array. Find out the how many times the key value is present in the array list. Key value means what? The occurrences or the frequency of each element. Means here we can say that the 0 occurrence 2 times, or the 3 occurs 3 times 1 and 2, or the 2 occurs again 2 times, that is 1 and 2. Okay, like this. Sorry, and the frequency of 3 is what? 1, 2 and the 3. This is the these are the key values. Like this you have to count the elements. After counting of elements, we have to store the count of these elements in somewhere. For that purpose we have to declare or maintain one more array. That is for suppose here the count array is there. Suppose this is count array, and the size of count array would be a k plus 1. Why the k plus 1? Because the range is from from 0 to kth element. If the range is from range is 5, then from 0 to 5. That's why means here k value is what? 5. The total elements or the range of this count is what? 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's why k plus 1. Here we count the frequency of each elements. That's why our count array is like this, that is 0. Means here we have to we must starting from this first element. Then check 2, the occurrences or the frequency of 2 is 1, 2. Then go to the index 2 and write down there 2. Then next, that is 5. Then count the occurrences of 5, that is it is 1 time. Then here in index 5, 1. After that the next element is 3. Then count the frequency of 3, that is 1, 2 and 3. Then go to the index number 3 and write down over there 3. Like this we have to count the frequency of all the elements. How we can write down the code for this count array? Means how we can count the frequency of each element by using the code. Suppose here the count array and all the elements in count array are initialized by 0. Means for example here 1, then 2, 3, 4 and 5. These are the indices. The first initialize, suppose it is our array A. Then ith value indicates to the first index of a array A, that is 0. Then A of I is what? 2. Initially all the elements initialized with 0. Where in count array initialize with 0. This is our count array. Okay. 2. Then go to the index number 2, that is index 2, and here plus 1. Increment that 0 by 1, that is 1. Then go to the next index, that is I plus plus, and go to the next index, that is A of I, that is 1. Then 5. Then jump over to the where, that is index number 5. Here again plus 1. After that I plus plus, then 3. Then go to the index number 3, that is again 0 plus 1, 1. Then I plus plus, index number 3, that is 0. Then go to the index 0, 1. Then I plus plus, now I is on 4th index, the value is 2. Then go to the index 2 and that number plus 1, that is 1 plus 1, 2. Then again I plus plus 3, that is go to the index 3 in count array, and 1 plus 1, that is 2. Then next is 0, go to the index number 0, then 2, and the next number is, that is I plus plus, and the 3. Again go to the index number 3, and here we get the frequency of 3 also, that is 3. Like this we count the frequency of each element and store that element into the count array. Means here we have to execute one for loop. that is starting from 0. I is here, I is starting from 0th index, I is equals to 0. After that, I is, the terminating condition should be I is less than n, because I is increment till to this point, na? Till to 7. That's why I is less than n and I plus plus. Okay. After that, uh, we have to maintain this frequency of element in another array. Okay. Here means what? Suppose first of all we have to take the a of y value. Means a of I is what? 2. A of I, that is 0, is 2. And what we are doing, that is we jump over to, or we will go to the index number of the count array. Here means what? The a of I, that is the value of a of I, means the index of count array. The value of a of I is the index of the count array, because we jump over to the index of count array, na? That is in a count of 2. That's why we have to write down here, that is count of a of count of, and in that a of 0. Get it? I think you get this point. Here the value a of 0, that is value of a of 0 is 2, and after that we will go to the index of the count. The value of a is the index of the count array, and after that what? Just increment the value of that array, means increment the value of count array. Just this statement for calculating the frequency of the element in count array. Now the next step is what? That is we have to update the count array such that this count array maintain the position of actual array elements, which is in sorted order. How we are going to do that? First, in this, suppose here the updated array is there, and here the first value is as it is, that is the value which is on 0th index is as it is. Means here we have to start our for loop from the first index. Start our for loop from the first index. Okay, and after that, that is I is equals to 1. Start our for loop from the first index. Okay, from the here. Then means on index 0 and 1 their value is the 2 only, and after that 0 is there only, and after that 2 plus 0, that is 2. Then next is, that is updated value is what? 2. Then 2 plus this 2 is 4. Then 4 plus 3 7. Then 7 plus 0 is 7, and the 7 plus 1 is 8. The meaning of this is what? 0 would be from, means 0 would be on 0th index and on 1 index also, and after that the 1 is present at next, that is 2 and 3 index, that is 0 0. After that 1 is on next 2 position, that is 1 1 and 1. Then the 2 is from the 2 to 4, that is 2 2 times now, that's why here 2 and 2, like this we get our array elements in sorted order. Now I am going to write down the code for the update count array. How we can write? That is, as I said, that is for I is equals to 1, because we put the first value as it is in our update array, and after that we have to start from the first index. That's why I is equals to 1, and then the terminating condition should be, that is, I is less than or equals to k value, that is range, that is from 0 to 5 na, 0 to 5. That's why from I is less than or equals to k, and then I plus plus, after that I plus plus. And then how we update this array? That is here next value, means this value is as it is. That's why on a of I, that is on a of 1. That's why here we have to take, that is I am writing here, that is count of I. Count of I value is what? I value is 1. That's why count of 1. Count of 1 is equals to count of I plus count of I minus 1. Count of I minus 1. Why I minus 1? Because here we calculating the previous, means we add the value with the previous ones na, with previous ones. Here we starting from the first index, but the 0 plus 2 na, that's why here 2 and 0 plus 2, 2 again. Next when I plus plus, at that time the index is what? I value is what? 2, means a of 2. A of 2, the value is what? 2, and plus previous value, that is I minus 1, that is 2 minus 1, 1. The previous value is 2, that is here we get 4. Again when the I plus plus, at that time here the value is what? 3. Then a of I, the a of I is what? 3 plus I minus 1, that is the 2 value, that is the 4. Then 3 plus 4 is what? 7. Like this we are going to update our count array. Okay. Now we are going to build an output array. Take one temporary array. This is our temporary array. Take one temporary array, and after that we have to scan original array from the last. This is our original array na? And we have to scan our original array from the last index, only, and then check the value, that is the value of the last index is what? 3. Then go to the updated count array at index 3. Then the value in count array at index 3 is what? That is 7. But here we have to store the third number, that is the value in original array is 3 at index 7. No, here we have to do that is decrement this value by 1, that is this is 6. Then jump, or we can say that is go to the index 6 in one temporary array. Go to the index of temporary array and store that value on temporary array, that is 3. Why we decrement this here by 1, this value, updated value by 1? Because this is the actual value. 7 is what? Actual value. On 7 place 3 is present, but the array is starting from 0. That's why the actual position of 3 is what? 6. Means here the 3 is present on the 6 index. That's why here we have to do a -1. Okay, and after that decrement this. Suppose this is our ith index. I indicates this last index of original array. Then here decrement the I again. That is I is on 6 index and the value on 6 index is what? That is 0. Then go to the updated array on index 0 and the value is what? That is 2. In updated array on index 0 the value is what? 2. Again do the same procedure. First of all decrement this value by 1, that is 1, and go to the next is what? That is go to the first index in our original array, that is on 1, and store that 0, the elements which is in original array. Store that element in temporary array, on first index, that is here 0. Again decrement I, that is 5. Means I is on 5th index and on that the value is what? 3. Then again the next is what? Go to the index 3. Now I is on this index. Suppose here 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Okay, now again 3 is there. Then go to our updated array. Here now in here index is 5. Then store that on 5th index. Okay, and the next is what? Again decrement I. Now we get 2. On index 4 the value is 2. Now the array element is 2. Then go to the at index 2 of updated array. Then here the 3 is there. First of all decrement that this is actually decremented value here. Then go to the actual original array and store that 2 value on the index 3. Then means here the first here in previous updated array the index at index 2 the value is what? 4 na. Then decrement that value by 1, that is 3. Here the 3 is there and on that position store the value of original array. Then again decrement I, that is on 3rd index the 0 number is there. Then go to the means next element is what? 0 na. Then go to the index 0 of updated array here in updated array, the on 0th the value is what? 1. Then decrement that value by 1, then we get 0. Then store the original value 0 at 0th index and 0th index. Our previous updated array is this, that is 0 updated count array is 0 1 3 5 7 8, and after that the next is what? Suppose after decrementing I on index 2 the value is what? 3. Then go to the index 3 in updated count array, then decrement that value on index 3 of count array by 1, that it will be a 4. Here the updated is what? 4. And then again go to the original array and store 3 number on the index 4 in our original array. Okay, and after that, after decrementing I, the I value is what? 1. On index 1 the value is 5 in our original array. Then jump over to where, or go to the where, that is in updated array 5. Okay, then this is the index number na, decrement this index number by 1, then we get our updated index value, that is 7. Then store the 5 on 7th index in original array. What I am saying, store the 5 number on index 7 in our temporary array. Here we maintain one temporary array na, that's why in temporary array 5. Okay, again after decrementing I value is 0. On 0th index the number is what? 2. Then go to where? Then go to or see the our updated array, that is here the index 2. In this the value is what? 3. Then decrement this 3 value by 1, that is here 2 na. Then we get our updated count array is like this, that is 0 1 2, means here 2. Then store that 2 value on index 2. Here store that value on index 2. Okay, means here we get in this updated array that is 0, then 1, then 2 4 7 7. Actually what happened, all the elements are means here the updated array is decrement by 1 for all the positions na, that's why here suppose we can say that is here we get our updated elements, that is 0 0 2 2 3 3 and 5. This is the example of array. We will see how we write down the code for this logic, that is store that value into a one temporary array, and after that that temporary array will copy into our original array. Here we discuss the code, that is how to build an output array. For this, as I said, that is we starting from the last element of an original array. That's why the for loop is starting from the 0th elements na? That's why the initialization condition for this is what? That is for I is equals to n minus 1, that is I is equals to n minus 1. Then what should be the terminating condition? The terminating condition that I is greater than or equals to 0. I is greater than or equals to 0. Then I minus minus. Okay. After that, what is the next thing? This is very important part now. That is what we do. That is by selecting this number, where we go into the updated count arrays index na, where we go, that is updated count index. Okay, means here first of all we have to select that value, particular value which is in original array, that is a of I. And here this a of I we have to store. A of I means what? A of 7. A of 7 is what? 3. And we have to store this 3 value into our temporary array on its appropriate position. Okay, that's why after selecting the these 3, we have to go where? We have to go into our count array. That's why here count array the index of count array, the index of this original value, that is 3. That's why here we can write down this code like this, that is a of I. A of I means this 3 value. Okay, and where we go into the count array. That's why count array is index 3 na. That's why here we can write down count a of I. Okay, count a of I. And after this, what we are doing? When we come here, after that we are decrementing this value by 1. Which value? Which is present on count of 3. Means here a of 3 means on count of 3. We will decrement this value, and we have to decrement that value means before the going into the temporary variable. That's why here the pre-decrement is there. Means you get it or not? Here we have to decrement the count value. First we will decrement, then we are going to store that value into a temporary array. So here pre-decrement is there. Okay, pre-decrement. That's why this is our array. Means here we get array. Where we store this value? Where we store this value? In our temporary array. That's why here what to do? That is temp. Okay, here we like this we can write down this code. Means here 6, then go into our temporary array. This is our temporary array na? Suppose this is our temporary array, and then go into the index number 6, and here 3 will be stored. After that decrementing this, again a of means a of I index is what? 6. Then we go where? Is the 6 is greater than or equals to 0? Yes, 6 is greater than or equals to 0. Then what to do next? If this condition is true, then we have to go where? That is count of a of I, that is 0. In count of 0 means here. Then pre-decrement is there, that is 1. Then store this value, that is 0, a of I, that is 0, into where? Into temp, that is store this 0 on where? On temporary variable of 1, means here we will store the 0 value. Next again decrement, again 3, then we will go to the index of 3, that is a of I, means what? 3. Here after decrementing, the in I value is what? 5. 5 is greater than or equals to 0. Yes, 5 is greater than or equals to 0. Then count of 3. Count of 3. The index is 3. Count of 3. Which value is there? That is 6. Decrement that value first. That is 5. On, that is on temp of 5. On temp of 5. Which value we will store? That is a of I. It is 3. Like this we will execute our for loop. Okay. Then the last code or last for loop is what? We have to copy our temporary array into our original array. That's why we have to execute one more for loop, that is fourth for loop, that is what? For just what? I is equals to 0. After that I value is I is less than, terminating condition should be what? Terminating condition should be n, I is less than n, and then I plus plus. Okay, then I plus plus. After that just here what? Copy the temporary array elements into our original array. That's why here what? A of I is equals to temp of I. Temp of I means temp of ith element will be stored into A of I. Our A of I will be overwrite. Okay. How we can calculate the time complexity for the count sort? If you remember, total four for loop are required for this code. In first for loop, that for loop is executed how many times? That is n times. Second for loop execute k times, and third for loop is execute again n times, and fourth for loop, that is third is also execute n times, and the third is also execute n time, and the fourth is also execute at the n time. That's why we can say that is we require total 3n plus k. 3n plus k means the time complexity is what? Order of n plus k. K is our range, and n is means our total numbers. Okay, means this is our time complexity for the count sort. Okay, I hope you clear all these things.